Hi everyone, it's me, Lubna. Today is Friday, December 20th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about accepting and embracing the challenges that are thrown our way in life. And I wanted to center this message around a specific phrase from the 1874 address by Henry Drummond titled "The Greatest Thing in the World." And that specific phrase is molding the still too shapeless image within. So this address is something that I have read and listened to multiple times over and over again since the age of 22 in an effort to truly embody and absorb its teachings. So yesterday, I was thinking very deeply about that specific phrase, molding the still too shapeless image within. And I wrote something about it in my journal. So what I wanted to share with you today is what I wrote about that in my journal. And as usual, before I read it aloud to you, I'd like to show it to you. So it starts on that page right there. And then it goes on to the next page. And I will read both of those pages aloud to you now. Here it goes. Thursday, December 19th, 2024. This morning, I am meditating upon some words that come from The Greatest Thing in the World, a popular 1874 address by the Christian missionary Henry Drummond. The specific lines that I am thinking about are the following. What was Christ doing in the carpenter's shop? Practicing. Though perfect, we read that he learned obedience. He increased in wisdom and in favor with God and man. Do not quarrel, therefore, with your lot in life. Do not complain of its never-ceasing cares, its petty environment, the vexations you have to stand, the small and sordid souls you have to live and work with. Above all, do not resent temptation. Do not be perplexed because it seems to thicken round you more and more, and ceases neither for effort nor agony nor prayer. That is the practice which God appoints you, and it is having its work in making you patient and humble and generous and unselfish and kind and courteous. Do not grudge the hand that is molding the still too shapeless image within you. It is growing more beautiful, though you see it not, and every touch of temptation may add to its perfection. Therefore, keep in the midst of life. Do not isolate yourself. Be among men and among things and among troubles and difficulties and obstacles. You remember Goethe's words. Talent develops itself in solitude, character in the stream of life. Talent develops itself in solitude, the talent of prayer, of faith, of meditation, of seeing the unseen. Character grows in the stream of the world's life. That chiefly is where men are to learn love. Each day of our lives is filled with challenges, situations that tempt us to lose our patience. I know for a fact that I have been having to exercise tremendous patience recently in dealing with people and situations. Instead of asking, why me, I will be saying thank you for the beautifying and perfecting effect that these experiences are having on my inner self, that part of me which will one day no longer be hidden beneath appearances. The image within me is still too shapeless. Much work needs to be done on it, and God knew this, which is why He sent a series of challenges my way. I am beginning to find that there is an opportunity hidden within each challenge, and that any situation which, on the surface, seems to be to my disadvantage can be recontextualized and serve to benefit me and all others involved. Everything that happens to me has actually been made for my advantage, for my betterment. Upon realizing this fact, I feel strong and courageous, knowing that God never lays burdens on us that we do not have the power to learn how to overcome. So that is what I wrote in my journal yesterday, centered on that particular passage from The Greatest Thing in the World by Henry Drummond. And the reason that this was on my mind yesterday is because I was reflecting upon recent life challenges, small and large. And I was thinking about what the point of it all is, and how I might be able to benefit from these challenges rather than allowing them to make me bitter and make me lose hope. And if you have been watching my videos here on YouTube for a while, you might know a little bit about the challenges that I have been facing. And I have been trying very hard to remain strong through it all and see the positive and see how after I go through all of this, I am going to be better off than I would have been if I had never gone through all of these things. And I already see it happening, because if certain things had not happened over the last year, I would not be who I am today, and I would not have had all this time to read books and reflect and write in my journals and really give my all to making these videos. And so I would have been a completely different person now. So that is something to be grateful for, thinking about how all of these past challenges have shaped and molded my character. At the time before I faced these challenges, when life was seemingly easier, I didn't know how valuable these challenges would be to me. I got angry and I thought it was unfair. I didn't know that the image within me was still too shapeless, and it needed work. It needed to be worked on by God, by the hands of God. And so God appointed me with these challenges so that I could learn how to grow from them and develop resilience and develop my inner resources, which won't just be useful to me in overcoming these challenges, but also in overcoming any future challenges that are similar. And they are molding and shaping my character, the character within me, something that is not readily visible to people who just look at me, but is something that will become apparent at the end of my life. And when all is said and done, that is all that is going to remain of me, what is on the inside. So by sharing this with you today, mainly my journal entry and that passage from The Greatest Thing in the World, I wanted to ask you to reflect upon your own life challenges and think about whether you have been allowing them to make you bitter and lose hope, or whether you have been looking at them in a positive light and seeing them as something that will contribute to the betterment of your spirit and the molding and shaping of your inner self, that still too shapeless image within. And if you haven't been looking upon those challenges in a positive light, it's not too late for you to change. And hopefully my video will serve as a stimulus to help you to achieve that change and help you to recontextualize your life's challenges in a more positive light. It might seem on the surface that other people might have it easier, that the grass is greener on the other side and other people's lives are better than yours, but that's not necessarily true. You can't just look at a person and say that they are very lucky and they have it easy, because everyone suffers in their own way, and everyone is appointed a set of challenges by God that is supposed to contribute to their betterment. So when you realize that you have to accept and embrace your own challenges, whatever God has appointed to you. You don't have to be a religious person. You don't have to specifically follow a specific religion to understand the value of this, to understand the practical application of this information. You just have to be understanding and You have to develop this spiritual awareness and realize that every challenge that has been thrown your way was made for your betterment. So I hope, as always, that you have learned something very valuable from my video today. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to listen to and or watch my video. And with that, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.